everyone.
Hello, hello.
Woo woo! It's the 25th of November.
Yeah, you say 25 and something else immediately pops in my head because you always think about it.
What do I always think about?
Christmas being so many days away.
Oh, yes. We're exactly 1 month away from Christmas.
Hard to believe.
Yes. And we're 35 days till, no, 30 days of September, April, June, and November, all the rest of 31. So 36 days until 2019.
Yes, that's going to be exciting. That I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, we're going into a 1 year. No,
You know?
we're
So
going 2 year.
No.
3?
Yes, because this was an 11 year, so then it technically would be
2, and then
Right.
we're going into a 3 year.
yes,
So there's major changes coming.
threefold.
Yes.
Yes.
So
So
we'll
whatever you
talk more about
do,
that later as we
make
get
sure
closer.
Yep. Whatever you do, make sure you do good.
Yes.
So you get it back times 3. Good.
Yes. Very,
So-
very important.
Yes.
Where are we at with the moon?
Moon was just full on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So a few days ago, Friday, about 12:30 in the morning. So we're still piggybacking on gratitude and just contemplation, reflection on things. I know the new moon had a lot of energy to it. It was, right there at 11.
Yes.
So it was one of those quintessential type of just everything culminating at once.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving and everything. So
Yep, right around and then up to Thanksgiving. I feel like the new moon really illuminated a lot of things as she got bigger, as she grew and became full. She illuminated a lot of things on our shadow side that probably needed reflection and understanding.
Mhm.
So the full moon was definitely a moon to be grateful, to understand all those things that came into the light that now we have that understanding of, so we can maybe reevaluate, relook at, think about what we want to do, what we want to change, and what we have to do to make that change.
And I know that you did a ritual for the new moon, but was it a full moon? Sorry. What did you intertwine any of Thanksgiving into that, or is that?
It kind of was. It was the blending of 2 rituals. I did a full moon with an abundance at the same time, and did a crystal grid for abundance. I did it the night before. Like, the full moon was on 12:30 on the Friday, so it literally was just after Thanksgiving had come to an end. So it was okay for me to do an abundance ritual and show gratitude for all the abundance and blessings that I have in my life, without it wanting to seem like I wanted it to fade away. I wanted it to be even bigger.
Right.
So I did a blending of the rituals and lit my candles. I actually lit a Ganesh candle to remove any obstacles that prevent me from obtaining the goals I would like. And just sat there and really reflected on everything. I mean, I drive home and I see so many things, and, see gentlemen on the street yesterday, needing money, homeless, and seeing so many people in the community just
Still devastated,
still not being able to have the normalcy that they had just a few months ago. So for me, it really is looking and understanding just how grateful I am for those little things. Having a home that I can go into and it's safe and sound and secure, and, we have our heat and we have food on our table, we have clothes on our back. It's those simple things that, yes, people bring up a lot of times, but we kind of don't let ourselves feel it. Kind of goes off to the wayside.
Right. And I think that, when we wake up in the morning, the first thing that comes to our heads is not, oh, I'm grateful for that I woke up, or that I'm, that I'm grateful that I had a bed to sleep in. Mm-hmm. And I think those kinds of things get really lost to the wayside because we take them for granted. Right.
You look at what you don't have versus what you do have. And that is a timeless, I mean, when we were all growing up, it was always on the chores on the to-do list. What did you get done? What didn't you get done? Your parents, I guarantee you, focused on the items you didn't check off of your list that you didn't get done. So it's one of those things that was ingrained in us as kids, and I'm sure our parents, it was ingrained in them. It's always focusing on what we don't have, or what we don't accomplish, or what is growing wrong, because you want to focus on maybe what you need to do to fix it. But the problem with that is is when you focus on those things, that's what the universe picks up.
Right.
So we need to focus on, okay, what exactly are we grateful for? What exactly are we looking forward to having in our lives? What exactly are the goals that we are going to accomplish? And look at those versus what we haven't done already.
Right. And it's important to also acknowledge, in a way, which we say this, and we say this almost every show, is to also acknowledge what we don't consider positive things in our lives too.
Right.
You know, to be grateful for those situations. And, you know, just the other day, I had a reality check to a lot of things that were coming in. I had a really good high school friend of mine give me a call to tell me that his son had passed away. His son was 23 years old.
That's hard.
Okay. And so, of course, you know, he doesn't understand why he's calling me, but I know completely why, you know. I'm sitting here going, yeah, I know why you're calling me. And even through our conversation, you know, I even told him, I said, you know, I feel so bad for you, and I am grateful that I don't have to ever experience that situation.
Right.
You know, and it
can't fathom that situation, to be honest.
No, I can't understand it. I don't want to understand it.
Right.
But when I got off the phone with him, you know, my son was sitting across the couch from me when I was talking to him, and I just said, you know what, I love you. And if there's ever anything wrong, please tell me. Even if you feel like, you know, you're going to get in trouble or whatever. I said, we'll deal with the trouble later. But if there's something wrong, I want you to tell me, because I'm grateful for you. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you really sit and, you know, if we go back to Florence and everything, when we had no electricity, okay, that's a reality check. You know, we take electricity for granted. Okay, then you see people's houses flooding out, and our house coming very close to flooding. Right. And that's a reality check, you know, and it's about paying attention to these things. And, you know, as you go through your spiritual life, which is, you know, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week work. It's not
just light at the end of the tunnel and it's not that at all. I mean, we have our moments where I'm like, girl, and I'm messaging her at whatever hour of the night or morning when I'm sure you're sleeping, and I'm like up with the crack of the dawn with the dogs. But it's one of those things that it's like, it's, I don't want to say it's a struggle, but it's something that we live with in the choices we make every day to use that spiritual insight and to go that
and the awareness
path. And it takes work.
Right. It takes a lot of work. It's more work than anything that you can imagine.
Ego is one of the biggest, hardest things to turn off.
Yes. And when you recognize it, then that's the first step. Step one, recognize what's your ego.
Yes. As we message each other, this is my ego talking.
Yes. This is what it's going to say. Yeah. But no, it's taking account into, you know, wow, I don't ever hope to be in that situation, but I can compassionately, you know, be there for him and say, you know what, I'm sorry that this sucks. And we end up laughing. I am getting him laughing. That's good. You know, not that he's crying on the phone to me, but, you know, he calls me also, you know, with his frustrations of what he's going through with all of this stuff. And, you know, in California, to bury somebody is horrible. It's $40,000, you know, and that's a lot. And he said to me the other night too, it was funny. He goes, I know that you'll understand this, and I'm not sure that I quite understand this. He goes, but, you know, days leading up to this, I had a coworker really trying to push buying a burial plot, and I didn't understand it. And that's what she does. She's, you know, there's all these discounts and there's all these savings and all these coupons or whatever it is. You know, if you buy it early, then you save X amount. But because if you're doing it after the fact, then of course it's like, well, you know, too bad. It's kind of life insurance, you know, after the fact. And I said, yeah, that was a cue. And he says, I wish I had taken that cue. Not that I would have been on the lookout, but I wish that I had done something at that moment. Right. And so the universe is always talking to us. That's an important thing. You know, people call me out of the blue. And what I had said earlier was he didn't know why he was calling me. But I understand because, those who are in tune with the universe and those who have their antennas out, it's very easy for me to just snap in. And he was looking for that compassion and that warmth, but he was also, there was a connection. And I, as we were talking, I was kind of seeping in little bits of information that I was hearing on this side, not necessarily through the phone, but I was hearing on this side. And I was giving him the information that basically his son wanted to pass on to him.
Right.
And so, these are things that once we start to recognize them is part of our spiritual growth and our journey.
Yes.
And it's so important, and it's so easy to get caught up in that versus this. But when you take the attention away from, what's going on in the outer world and start paying attention to what's really happening on the inside, that is step 2. Step 1, recognize your ego. Step 2, recognize that doesn't matter.
Right.
All that stuff on the TV, all that stuff that's happening, that doesn't matter. What matters is right now. What's happening in this moment.
The moment right now, the memories we make, the
Right.
people in our lives, our soul family, our friends, our real family, all of our loved ones. And the simple thing of, prime example, driving down the road, you see people walking down the street or at a bus stop because they don't have the luxury of having a vehicle. Yeah. Even if you have a beat up car, or even if you have an older car or anything like that, be grateful to have a vehicle, because right now we're going into cold months and you see people walking down the street with a couple bags or sitting at a bus stop bench waiting for a bus.
Last year,
don't take it for granted.
Mind you, I did the majority of this, but I'm just going to throw out a number, and it's not about me doing it. It's as a collective. We crocheted 36 scarves.
Yes.
And all 36 scarves went down to the Salvation Army.
Yep.
Now, with the events that are happening in the world and in the atmosphere, okay, not necessarily in the world, but let's look at weather-wise. Okay, let's look at temperature-wise. Let's look at
Mother Nature making her mark.
Right.
Speaking her piece.
It's only going to get colder on this side. And this coldness is going to drift west. We have volcanoes that are still exploding in Hawaii. We've got 90% of California on fire right now. We've got snow that's happening so soon and so early up north. Our weather has been screwy. We didn't have a spring.
No.
We jumped
didn't really have a fall either.
No, we went from summer to winter, then summer. It was kind of this weird thing where we had extreme heat and we're dipping down really cold for this fall that now we're moving into winter for. Right. So, back to the gratuity thing is that I'm doing an exercise with our group tomorrow. And we're going to make gratuity journals. Okay. Now, I want you to, anybody out there, if you have an ongoing journal, I want you to stop that journal. Either put it away, put it somewhere, burn it, I don't care. Start all over. Okay. And the reason why we're starting all over is because all of the stuff that you said in that other journal, you may not even remember. But I don't want you to look at it either.
It's the past.
It's
the past is gone. Don't look back.
Let's start over. And the first thing that comes to your mind, what is that person that aggravates you the most? I want you to find 3 things. And this is from The Secret. So if you've heard it before, I want you to find 3 things that you're grateful for in that person. Even if they're the ones that are the bane of your existence. Okay? What 3 things can you find?
Right.
I am grateful, for my ex-husband because I have my son.
Right.
I'm grateful that we divorced because then I came here and I have a beautiful home.
Right.
You see how that kind of works? And, the third thing is that I'm grateful for my ex-husband because I was married and I had that experience of being married. And what this does is it creates a vibration of positivity.
Right.
we're taking all of that, he drives me crazy, or she drives me crazy, or,
and we're flipping it.
Yeah, and we're flipping it. And we're saying, oh,
flipping is popular. Let's like flip our emotions.
Yes,
flip our energy.
That, oh, I understand. I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and whether it be your boss, whether it be your ex, whether it be your neighbor, whether it be, you know, a former friend or whatever, take all of those positive things, write them down. And the reason why we write them down, and the reason why we go back and we write new things, is so that these things are kept in the forefront of our mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why do we do this? Because wherever we focus our attention is what we start to create in our lives. And the more gratuity that we show, the more gratuity we get back.
Right.
So it's really this
cycle.
This cycle that's coming in, and we're able to pull everything together and really pull in more gratuity and have more gratuity show to us. And the doorbell rings, so I'm trying to figure out who that is at the same time.
Yes, you are. You need to do like a little astral mind walk right down there.
Yes. So with that being said, start a new one. Talk, blah, talk.
Yeah, that's
Mr. Brack, yes.
The gentleman's prerogative.
Sorry, I was listening to whoever it is downstairs. Wah, wah, wah. All right, and we are going to be, where are we going to be? I'm going to leave that to you because I'm in another.
You're just along for the ride.
I am.
This weekend in Leland, we're having the North Brunswick Merchant Association is having their postponed Fall Business Expo. That was postponed from Florence. It is at WWAY TV in Leland, which I think is on Magnolia.
Okay. The radio, the TV station.
Yes, Magnolia Village Way in Leland, 1224. Okay. So it's from 10 to 2. It's on Saturday. And there's going to be lots of different vendors, 40 different vendors. I think there's also going to be a food truck out there. And I think they're actually having some live entertainment. So it's going to be a lot of nice little people, local businesses, local shops. So come shop local for the holiday season. We're going to have our goddess kits out there.
Yes.
And then I'll have lots of Christmas type, Yule type gifts. We're going to have the blessing bottles. They're going to be blessing bottle trios. They're going to be on special. There's going to be the bath sets. They're going to be on special, nicely gift wrapped, ready to go. We're even going to have some exclusive different type gift sets where we're going to have a self-love gift set. We're going to have a chakra balance gift set where it'll feature bracelets with blessing bottles and sprays. So it'll be all different things going on.
And the goddess kits will also be on special.
Yes, goddess kits will be on special.
They're going to be $25 each. Buy 3, get 1 free.
Yep.
And for the whole month of December through Crate Joy, I am running that special.
Yes.
So.
And if you want to capitalize on any Cyber Sale Monday stuff going on, my Etsy has 20% off your purchase of $20 or more and free shipping. But if you're local, all you have to do is message me and I can get it to you that day.
Right. So
awesome sauce.
Right. So just know that we're running this whole December thing for the goddess kits. Mm-hmm. Remember the goddesses in your life. Okay. Yep. The goddess kits are used as a tool to enlighten and empower you.
Yes.
So going back to what we originally.
Brack, I saw that.
I mean, because he doesn't want to deliver it.
Exactly. So they can buy it from me now and tell me and call me. You won't have to worry about delivery.
Yes. There you go.
See, I look out for you.
Don't read the comments about Brack. The order, please order. So the goddess empowerment kits, we actually have at least, and I say at least one because there's one goddess that we only have one left of, which is Bast. We have at least one of each goddess. Mm-hmm. The other goddesses we have between 4 and 9. Mm-hmm. Okay. And they run all the way up through Dana. We have 2 Danas. Okay. Once these goddesses are gone, they will be only on special order.
Right.
Okay. Because all of the supplies that we have left for each goddess, it's out. Each goddess has her own everything. So this is the thing with it, is that when you buy 3, you get 1 free. Every 3 you buy, you get 1 free. So if you buy 6, you get 2 free. You buy 9, you get 3 free. And they're random.
The free ones are random.
The free ones are random because we have more of some. Obviously, if you order of the same kind, then you're going to get,
Right.
you know, I will throw in something different. Kuan Yin is the one that has a bonus card. Okay, she has a bonus Amma card. And I'm going to try to, for 2019, get other kind of bonuses, things that we can put together with some of the other goddesses. Now, also, if you want to put them on subscription, unfortunately, we don't have a discount for that because they're already discounted for the subscription. But Rhiannon is next month.
Yes.
Okay. And so if you wanted to start off a new subscription with Goddess Rhiannon, which we have her under generosity, that would be the time to sign up.
Right.
You know, get on that so that we can secure that goddess, because what we do is we send out all of our subscribers. We make a lot of them. We send out to our subscribers first, and then everything that we have left over,
right,
which is usually between 2 and 5.
Right.
Give or take, whatever month.
And whatever a la carte orders that come in. Because usually we have a handful of those that come in. So between 2 and 5 is usually what we have left.
And then after that, it's not that we're not making them anymore. It's this that we don't have any on hand. So they would go immediately into back order or special order. And then obviously we do big discounts if you were having a party.
Right.
And you wanted to order one of, 12 of one specific goddess.
Right.
We can do that, and we do special order and special pricing for that. So if you were interested,
that's more of a party discount.
Party discount. Bridal showers, birthday gift,
just an all around goddess party.
Yeah, have a goddess party. So just remember that. And yes, we are pushing the sales this time because with Christmas and the holidays and New Year's and all of that,
it's a great time to feel empowered and to just really get to know yourself a little bit better. And give a gift that she doesn't have. Right. I can guarantee you, that out of all the millions of people in this planet, out of all those Black Friday sales and they don't have this. All those ads, they don't have these. Yeah. That's one thing about shopping local, shopping small business, is that you find those unique gifts that you can give your loved ones that they won't necessarily have one of, or somebody else may not be able to get them one of. Yeah. And it shows how well you know them and how unique of an experience you want to give them. Right. And I think we're up to 18 goddesses, is it? Or 15 goddesses? I don't even remember how many we have now. I'd have to go 7, 11, 16. 16. There we go. See? 16. 17 if you count Rhiannon. Yep. 16 different goddesses. And if you would like to order Rhiannon, also, send me a message and I will let you know if we need to back order her or if we have anything available. Right now we do have a couple of them, but I'm not taking them to the shows. Right. Because I need to keep them for any orders that may come in. Right. Anything else? Maybe just right now, I know it's getting darker outside very early and things, like I said, the new moon really for 2 weeks for me, it was kind of that, like we said, it's hard to walk a spiritual path and not let ego get in the way. But really, it's one of those things that you want to, if you're finding it difficulty, if you're finding things confusing or don't know what's your next step or what's your next move or how am I going to get here type of thing, questioning yourself about things. And it can be anything. It can be your health. It can be your love life. It can be your business. It can be your family. I mean, it can be anything. But if you're finding yourself to where you feel like you keep on hitting that brick wall, is really, there's a reason. You need to reflect. You need to look at things. And like I said, with the new moon, I really felt that it was a push to light up the shadow side of myself, the side that I don't let myself see too much. I try to keep it back in the distance, but no, this new moon, she said, pardon my French, she said, bitch, please, we're going to light some shit up this time.
Yeah.
And so she had me going for a little while, but, and I still, you know, there's moments throughout the day where I'll feel a little bit, and it's like, I just try to ride that wave, go with the flow, like Emmanuel would say.
Yes.
But it's one of those things of, you can do anything you set your mind to, and you really need to focus on what you want, not what you don't want.
Right.
So like last night, prime example, I messaged my lovely guru here and was venting like a mofo.
Not really. She says that, but not really. Go on.
So
she may think that. Not really.
But then I was like, no, okay. I got everything done that I wanted to get done. I was like, no, I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to do some self-care. I took a shower, and actually in the shower, I created a whole new mantra for myself, whole new affirmation. For me, I do a lot of stuff with healing. I want to heal my body. So it used to be all the time that healing energy flows freely and abundantly through my body. But we've done work, and I don't need healing. So
yes,
in this negative tailspin that sometimes we can all get into, myself included. Yes.
I've been there. I am there. But we're not going into that.
No. While I was in the shower, in that cleansing moment, it literally came to me to, okay, well, we're gonna flip the switch on this. So I decided to say positive energy flows through my body.
Abundantly?
No. Flows freely and abundantly through my body. Yes, positive energy flows freely and abundantly through my body. And I kept saying it. And I felt better when I was done. Granted, I did turn the water to cold. It was a little too cold, and I had to get out really quick.
I've been telling her about this. I don't do
No.
cold water.
It
She
was
does
just
this cold water thing, and no.
It was just because it was so cold outside. But anyway, and I had mine
hot steam,
to where it was that
blistering
positive energy. And so if you feel yourself to where you're having moments of that negative thought, or just the I can't, or what if, or oh my gosh, what's going to happen, try to take a step back, acknowledge that it's there, acknowledge its presence, and be like, okay, well, we're going to flip it and we're going to make it a positive. You can say that positive affirmation if you want. You can create your own. Tap in. Light some incense, which you have tons of incense on sale.
Yes. Oh, yes. Let me talk about that too.
But that's what I do. I light my incense. I mean, we can sage with sage sticks and Palo Santo and juniper, which I do light it up. I create a bonfire in my cauldron. But if you don't have those and you just have incense, you can sage yourself with incense too. It's all about cleansing your energy and your aura. And if that scent allows you to put yourself in a space where you're cleansed and you feel better, then you can do that too. And it'll give you those same benefits of your psyche and your aura. May not do the herbal benefits per se,
right,
that, you know, medicinal, but it's going to give your aura that cleanse. And when that is cleansed and you're feeling a little bit better, then maybe your physical will catch on and piggyback.
Yes.
Brax has a bunch of stuff on
Let's
there.
see what he says. LOL, order, but make other mailmen deliver it.
I'll deliver. I'll get in my big beastie and deliver.
He says Mercury retrograde. Are we in a retrograde?
I think there's a couple retrogrades, and Mercury might be one of them. Actually, I think, yeah.
And he says, if it swells, write it. Yes,
Thanks, Brax.
yes, thank you. He has wine and champagne, and then he has the Japanese pagoda.
So the Zen moment. Yes.
Yes.
So yes, look for your Zen. Look for, just take that time to take care of yourself, whether that be just take a step away, breathe, do whatever you want to do that can just allow yourself to understand that, yes, we're allowed to feel those sometimes worry moments, but try not to focus on them so much and focus on a positive thing instead. Recognize it, but direct it somewhere else.
Absolutely. So now, if you find yourself needing incense and wanting incense, I'm your girl.
We have the incense queen here.
I'm your girl. I have, what did I say, 87 different flavors?
I don't know how you can get 87 different flavors.
Because I was ordering and needed to make $100 on my order in order for them to ship it to me. And I just started ordering incense. So, yes, I will post in this live underneath everything there all the different flavors that I have, and I'm running a special. So if it's greater than 8 sticks, because I have the small box of sticks. So if we have, this is an 8 pack.
So you have a small square box, which is 8 sticks.
Right. And if it's greater than this, so if it's 12 to 20, they're $3 each. Buy 3, get 1 free. The 8 sticks and the cones are $2. Buy 3, get 1 free.
Mm-hmm.
And I will even pay for shipping. So I have all different flavors. Like I said, 87. I think it's 87. I think is what I counted. I sold a couple on Thursday, and I sold a couple yesterday. Well, more than a couple. But yes, contact me if there's a specific flavor that you're looking for and don't feel like reading through the whole thing. I'll let you know if I have it. Mm-hmm. I have many different flavors, many different flavors, and some can help. He says, LOL, you can drop it off at my house. Yes, I will deliver to you if you want incense. If you're local, I can deliver to you, or you can come by here and you can look at, what incense you want. Just all on your own. You can pick through. I have a huge tub of it, and it doesn't do as well at fairs as I thought it would. So
it may not resonate with certain people at certain times. You never know.
See, I love incense, but there's no way I could burn all of that. I mean, I throw it in a huge bonfire. But
oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. That I'm actually tempted to do. Make
box and all. Just
Yuletide. I'll send some divine blessings into the bonfire.
Yes. So just keep that out there. Keep that in mind. Shop local. Local shopping it helps stimulate our economy, and it really does, feed our families, because a lot of us don't have other jobs that we're working at for big corporations. So just keep that in mind.
You shop local and you support local. You put like you said, back in the local economy, and you give your family unique gifts.
Yes, unique gifts. And, even if it's farmers markets too, farmers need the help that they can get, especially with Florence killing so many crops. I mean, the news.
Florence made a big impact that I feel like is now like.
We still have places that are flooded, believe it or not. There's still water in places that shouldn't be.
Right.
Up on Market Street.
By the Denny's and
there's that whole
Smithfields.
That's now a what is it?
I'm waiting for the thing to sink, actually, that road, because it was like that before Florence even hit. And they had power lines and everything in there. So I really...
Yeah, that's a swampish area right now. And it's not good.
No.
So, they... And I want to say just, but it's been about, a month or two that they just got... what's the highway? 421?
421 opened right before Halloween. And it's only 1-lane road, because the other space, and I drove by it this morning, the other space, you can still see water. And because they released a lake in Raleigh that was 18 foot over its banks, it's actually going down to us. It's flowing down lower streams, tributaries, rivers, those sorts of things. So we're actually getting affected. I know that Cape Fear was really high. And actually Castle Hayne, from all the rain we even got yesterday, going home, the area that was like 8 foot high of water that was brown after Florence had receded, it actually had water all the way up to the side of the road in those areas by the Cape Fear River. So it's still going on. There's still effects being felt. And
so those of you who are not in North Carolina, just letting you know, just because it's not in the news over there anymore.
People are still feeling the effects.
People are still feeling the effects. There are still homes that are either being built or completely destroyed, and there are homeless people. We have people who are in hotels and in shelters, and it's growing. So, just know that. And I know that California is going through their own hell as well.
Right.
We do want them to get a little more rain than they've had, but not per what other people
Mudslide.
think of as a tremendous amount of rain, which was quoted. They don't need that, because once that happens, then all of that debris does slide. And that did happen earlier this year in Southern California. So we've got Southern California that's on fire, Northern California that's on fire, and then Central, which is San Francisco, Sausalito, Oakland, all of that's kind of in the middle of everything. It's creeping down and closing in. So, send good vibrations out there.
If you can just send love and light to everybody, that would probably make, it's not money. It's not something that they tangible.
Right.
But if you can send them positive energy, love, light, a laugh, a smile, just send that out there to the universe in itself. As Mama Chris would say, your 2 o'clock happy thought.
Yes.
Try to have that happy thought throughout the day. And whenever you're thinking about somebody that, or you see something, try to just close your eyes and just send all that energy out to just anybody who needs it. And they'll feel it, and then it'll make a difference.
And gratuity journal it.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. Let's pull a couple cards for the week. I don't have my cards up here. They're downstairs in a box from the fair.
And Black River has started flooding again. I don't know if it's stopped. I know as of last few days, I think Friday, it was flooding again, which is why we were feeling some of the effects. It was like
he says Waccamaw, Lumber, Black River.
Yeah, they're up again.
We still have trash piles on the side of the road. We still have a lot of wood piles on the side of the road. Our city has been really good about, just put it on the side of the road and we'll come pick it up, and there's no charge for that. He got warnings an hour ago.
About what?
The river's being up again.
Oh.
Okay.
I haven't gotten a warning yet. I might need to check my phone.
Yeah.
But,
let's turn on the light. I think we're losing some.
yeah, I was
here.
going to say, I'm kind of in the dark. Yeah, I didn't get any. Bummer. Well, I will definitely.
Yeah. So if there's devastation happening all around.
But try to be positive, remain positive. That's one of my cards that loves to come to me.
Message. And you're not going to be able to see that because there's no light in this house. Let me flip on the light.
Ha! It's a time for new beginnings.
Let's try that.
And if you notice there's some light there, it's actually illuminated. It's showing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And the fledgling is actually the sign of new beginnings. New memories being made, new possibilities ahead.
One more. Let's take a look at that. And this is what we need for this week.
Yeah.
Cycles.
It's just a phase.
Just a phase. We're going through it. Everything happens in cycles.
Yep.
So just know that the big message for this week, or for the next couple weeks, I guess, is that new beginnings are coming. Everything's happening in a cycle. Just be aware of it. Okay? There's nothing we can do. We can't stop the earth from turning. And
Right.
if we did, then we'd have even more devastation. But that's besides the point. So be aware of these cycles. Things in a cycle. You come through it. We come through it every month, whether it's a woman's body or whether it's the moon or whether it's whatever.
Right.
It's just a cycle.
Right. You just do your best with what you got. And as long as you do your best and try to put positive energy out there, that's all anybody can ask of you. And that's all you can do. So don't worry about it.
Brack says download Red Cross at Conway, Florence.
Okay. I can do that.
Yesterday, part of my route in Pender was underwater at high tide.
Oh, so you went in Pender yesterday. Okay. Ouch.
Yeah. So it's not over
I'm
yet.
hoping I can get home. I should be able to get home.
Yeah. If not, you take a 40 and go around.
Yeah. Well, I won't go 4-21 today because I'm all the way on this side.
All right, guys. All right. So we've got that, and next time we will see you will be
2 weeks.
2 weeks, which is what, the 9th?
You're going to make me think about dates.
Sure.
No, it's not the 9th because next weekend is the 9th. No, it is the 9th. Correction. Okay. Yes, it's the 9th.
So
'Cause
we
I worked that day. So yes, it is the 9th. Oh my gosh, I just like fast forwarded 2 weeks.
yes. So we will be back on the 9th. And if you guys have any questions ever, we will be happy to answer any questions about anything. It doesn't have to be about what we're talking about. You'll be able to give us topics to talk about. But yeah, we hope to see you then.
Yes, we do. Have a great 2 weeks, you guys.
All right. Have a great
Blessed
evening.
be, my loves.